Did you know that a conflict over a royal inheritance led to a war that spanned across Europe and even reached the Ottoman Empire? The War of Austrian Succession wasn't just a European affair. It had far-reaching implications that involved the Ottomans in unexpected ways. Stay tuned to uncover the hidden layers of this fascinating historical event. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the War of Austrian Succession, which lasted from 1740 to 1748. This conflict was primarily about the right to rule Austria after the death of Emperor Charles VI. But what many don't realize is that the Ottomans played a significant role in this war, impacting the balance of power in Europe and beyond. Let's explore how this all unfolded. The War of Austrian Succession began when Frederick II of Prussia challenged the legitimacy of Maria Theresa's claim to the Austrian throne. This sparked a series of alliances and conflicts involving major powers like France, Britain, and Spain. But while Europe was embroiled in this struggle, the Ottomans saw an opportunity to assert their influence in the region. The Ottomans were facing their own challenges, including internal strife and the threat of Russian expansion. However, they decided to intervene, aiming to reclaim territories lost in previous conflicts and to strengthen their position in the Balkans. This decision would lead to a complex web of alliances and confrontations that would shape the course of the war. As the war progressed, the Ottomans launched military campaigns against Austria, hoping to capitalize on their distracted state. One of the key moments came in 1745 when the Ottomans attacked the Habsburg territories in Hungary. This bold move caught the attention of European powers and shifted the dynamics of the war. The Ottoman forces, although facing their own internal challenges, managed to achieve several victories which not only threatened Austrian control in the region but also forced European powers to reconsider their strategies. The involvement of the Ottomans added a new layer of complexity to the conflict, showcasing how interconnected European and Ottoman politics were during this period. In conclusion, the War of Austrian Succession was not just a battle for a throne, it was a multifaceted conflict that involved various powers, including the Ottoman Empire. Their involvement highlighted the shifting alliances and the intricate balance of power in 18th century Europe. The war ultimately ended with the Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle in 1748, but the implications of Ottoman involvement would resonate for years to come, influencing future conflicts and territorial disputes. If you found this exploration of the War of Austrian Succession and Ottoman involvement intriguing, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more historical deep dives. Your support helps us bring more fascinating stories from history to life. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think was the most significant impact of the Ottoman involvement in the War of Austrian Succession? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let's discuss. As we unravel the intricacies of the War of Austrian Succession, it's essential to understand the pivotal moments that set the stage for this extensive conflict. The war was triggered by the death of Emperor Charles VI in 1740, who left no male heir to succeed him. This led to the implementation of the Pragmatic Sanction, a legal mechanism that allowed his daughter Maria Theresa to ascend to the throne. However, Maria Theresa's rise to power was far from uncontested. Several European powers, including Prussia, France, and Spain, saw this as an opportunity to challenge the Habsburg dominance and expand their own territories. This led to a complex web of alliances and conflicts, with each power seeking to leverage its position for maximum advantage. Amidst this turmoil, the Ottomans observed the unfolding chaos in Europe. Recognizing a strategic opportunity to regain lost territories and assert their influence, they launched several military campaigns. One of the most notable campaigns occurred in 1745, when the Ottomans attacked the Habsburg territories in Hungary. This bold move not only diverted Austrian resources, but also forced other European powers to reconsider their military strategies. The Ottomans employed a combination of conventional and guerrilla warfare tactics, exploiting the distracted state of Austria and its allies. Their ability to achieve significant victories despite internal challenges showcased their resilience and strategic acumen. These battles not only reshaped the course of the war, but also highlighted the interconnected nature of European and Ottoman politics during this period. In this chapter, we will delve deeper into the key battles and strategies employed by the Ottomans during the War of Austrian Succession. By examining these events, we gain a better understanding of how the Ottomans influenced the balance of power in 18th century Europe and left a lasting impact on the region's political landscape. If you found this exploration of the War of Austrian Succession and Ottoman involvement intriguing, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more historical deep dives. Your support helps us bring more fascinating stories from history to life. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think was the most significant impact of the Ottoman involvement in the War of Austrian Succession? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let's discuss. Now, let's examine the role of other major powers in the War of Austrian Succession. France, Britain, Spain, and other European nations were deeply involved in the conflict, each with their own interests and objectives. The war saw numerous battles and shifting alliances, with each power trying to gain an upper hand. France, under the leadership of King Louis XV, aimed to weaken the Habsburgs and expand its influence in Europe. They formed an alliance with Prussia, led by Frederick the Great, who sought to seize Silesia from Austria. This alliance proved to be a formidable force, challenging Maria Theresa's efforts to maintain her empire. On the other hand, Britain, concerned about the balance of power in Europe, supported Austria. This led to the formation of the Anglo-Austrian alliance, with Britain providing financial and military support to Maria Theresa. Spain, meanwhile, eyed opportunities to regain territories in Italy and the Netherlands, aligning itself with France and Prussia at various points during the war. Amidst this complex web of alliances, the involvement of the Ottomans added another layer of complexity. Their military campaigns in Hungary forced European powers to constantly adapt their strategies, diverting resources and attention away from other fronts. One of the key turning points in the war was the Battle of Fontenoy in 1745, where French forces achieved a significant victory against the British and their allies. This battle showcased the shifting dynamics of power and the precarious nature of alliances during the war. Another crucial event was the Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle in 1748, which marked the end of the War of Austrian Succession. The treaty restored the status quo ante bellum, with most territories returned to their pre-war owners. However, Prussia retained control of Silesia, solidifying its position as a major European power. The War of Austrian Succession had far-reaching consequences, reshaping the political landscape of Europe. The involvement of the Ottomans, along with the shifting alliances and numerous battles, highlighted the interconnected nature of European politics during this period. If you found this analysis of the European powers and their involvement in the War of Austrian Succession insightful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more historical deep dives. Your support helps us bring more fascinating stories from history to life. Now, I want to hear from you. Which European power do you think had the most significant impact on the outcome of the War of Austrian Succession? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let's discuss. In this chapter, we will take a closer look at the Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle, which ended the War of Austrian Succession in 1748. The treaty had significant implications for the balance of power in Europe and the Ottoman Empire. It marked the end of hostilities but left many issues unresolved, leading to future conflicts. The Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle aimed to restore peace and stability by returning most territories to their pre-war owners. However, it was far from a perfect resolution. The most notable exception was Silesia, which remained under Prussian control, solidifying Frederick the Great's position and altering the power dynamics in Europe. Austria, while retaining most of its territories, felt the sting of losing Silesia and the pressure to rebuild its military might. Britain emerged from the war with its naval supremacy intact, but faced mounting debts from financing the conflict. The financial strain would have long-term repercussions, influencing British policies and colonial ambitions in the coming decades. France, despite gaining some territorial concessions, was left with a weakened economy and internal discontent that would simmer for years. Spain, though regaining some territories, found its ambitions in Italy and the Netherlands largely unfulfilled. The Spanish monarchy had to contend with internal challenges and the need to consolidate its holdings. The Ottomans, whose involvement had added complexity to the war, saw the treaty as a temporary pause rather than a definitive end to their European ambitions. The treaty's failure to address underlying tensions and grievances meant that peace was fragile and temporary. The unresolved issues and shifting alliances set the stage for future conflicts. most notably the 7 Years' War, which would erupt just a few years later. The Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle serves as a reminder of the intricate and often precarious nature of diplomatic resolutions. While it brought an end to the War of Austrian Succession, it also laid the groundwork for future strife and reshaped the political landscape of Europe and the Ottoman Empire. If you found this exploration of the Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle enlightening, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more historical insights. Your support allows us to continue bringing you deep dives into pivotal moments in history. Let us know in the comments below. Do you think the Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle was a success or a failure? Share your thoughts and let's discuss. Finally, let's reflect on the broader historical significance of the War of Austrian Succession and the Ottoman Involvement. The war highlighted the interconnectedness of European and Ottoman politics and set the stage for future conflicts in the region. The shifting alliances and power dynamics during the war had lasting effects on the political landscape of Europe and the Ottoman Empire. The War of Austrian Succession was not just a series of battles for territorial control. It was a complex web of political maneuvers, alliances and rivalries that reshaped the future of Europe. The involvement of the Ottoman Empire added another layer of complexity, demonstrating the far-reaching influence of non-European powers in shaping European affairs. The war underscored the importance of diplomatic negotiations and the fragile nature of peace agreements. The Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle, while ending the immediate hostilities, left many issues unresolved, setting the stage for future conflicts, such as the 7 Years' War. The war also highlighted the significance of economic power and military strength in determining the outcomes of international conflicts. In this concluding chapter, we will summarize the key takeaways from the war and its impact on subsequent historical events. The War of Austrian Succession serves as a reminder of the intricate and often precarious nature of international relations. It was a pivotal moment that reshaped the political landscape of Europe and had lasting implications for the balance of power in the region. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history. If you found this exploration of the War of Austrian Succession enlightening, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more historical insights. Your support allows us to continue bringing you deep dives into pivotal moments in history. Let's know in the comments below your thoughts on the war's broader significance. Share your insights and let's discuss.